This is a game I bought yesterday, and let's play it. I sometimes wonder if other 23-year-olds feel quite as old as I do. I'm only 23. I try to reassure myself I still have my whole life ahead of me. I moved out of my tiny village and I've gone to study in a city near Tokyo so I could get into a good university. I'm going to pass my university entrance exams. I'm going to work hard, and then when I've finally put my education behind me, I'm going to get a good career. I'll achieve things with my life even if it kills me. I just want to succeed. I have a lot to look forward to, and I've barely taken my first steps into adulthood. There's no time to get depressed now. But no matter what I tell myself, it never sticks. Sometimes these words help me get to sleep. Sorry. Sometimes these words help me get to sleep at night, but they seem particularly hollow and empty when I'm at cram school, surrounded by students almost 5 years younger than me. I really am getting old. 23 is not old though, but okay, anyways. I'm old compared to my peers at least. Oh yeah, that makes sense I guess. I think I might be the oldest in my class, the others are all 18, with a handful of 19-year-olds sprinkled here and there. Even my teacher Miss Sonazaki looks to be around 25 or 26. And that's a grim thought, I must be closer in age to my teacher than I am my classmates. Not that they really feel like my classmates. Cram school doesn't feel like real school either. It's a place where failures and dropouts go so they can relearn all the things they should have learned back in high school. We don't cover any new material, we just rehash everything we were taught in the past over and over again on a loop. It feels like I'm going around in circles, swallowing my own tail with each step like a Ouroboros. I've only been in the city for around a week and I'm already exhausted. Paradoxically, my days here are less packed than they were. Paradoxically, my days here are less packed than they were when I lived out in the countryside. Other than cram school, my days are almost depressingly empty. I get up in the mornings, brush my teeth, and put on my clothes. I catch the train to cram school, then I sit at my desk for hours reading textbooks and answering the teacher's questions. We have a lot of project exams to work through, so there's always something to study for, though the exams themselves are 8 months away. When I'm done with school, I take the train back home, and then while my time away until the night finally falls. There are too many hours in the evening, and I just don't know how to fill them. My classmates look like they lead fun, exciting lives. I bet that's why they fail the university entrance exams the first time around. They're too busy going to bars, karaoke parlors, or the arcades. And nobody's inviting me to a bar, or a karaoke parlor, or an arcade. I'm too old. Perhaps I could have had a painless time if I told a few white lies when Miss Onozaki asked us to introduce ourselves during our first day of school, but I didn't. For some ungodly reason, I was seized by a sudden need to tell the truth, and I confessed my real age to my classmates. I wanted them to know right off the bat that my name is Tanimura Misuki. Yeah, like the actress, but it's not written the same way, and I'm 22 years old. I might be a bit older than the rest of you. Try a lot, but I hope we can all get along in the future. As if. I think I could have made a few friends if I kept my shameful secret on the wraps. I mean, it's not like I look much older than everyone else, but it's too late now. The cat's already out of the bag. My classmates don't want to associate with me. They don't even want to look at me. And I can't say I blame them either. I'm only 23 and I feel positively ancient, though I'm closer to 20 than 30, and the world should be my oyster. How can the world be my oyster, I ask, when I've never had an opportunity to cast out my net? Now I'm afraid I'll never get the chance. I'm only 23. Just 23. Already 23. Isn't that old enough already? But my protests are all in vain, and time continues to tick away. I sigh as I walk down the street, my hands firmly planted inside my pockets. Today was yet another day at cram school, and it was just dull. Today was just yet another day at cram school, and it was just as dull and uneventful as the last. I can't speak English, I'm sorry for that reading. I might be living in the heart of Japan now, but I feel even lonelier than I did back in Omori. At least back in the stick, I still had my parents and my grandmother and a few assorted aunts and uncles I could talk to. I had friends too. I had friends too until they flew the coop. Still, even after they cleared off, I wasn't entirely on my own. I knew everyone who stopped by my family's old-fashioned candy store, and people used to talk to me as I counted out their change. People weren't above smiling and laughing and telling jokes anymore, even when a loser like me. It's different now. I knew the city would be different, of course, but I always imagined in my naivete, or maybe you can call it optimism, that it will be different in a positive way. I never believed, not in my wildest dreams, that I'd feel so isolated while living on the fringe of the biggest city in the world. Life's full of surprises. Sadly, they're not always pleasant surprises. My footsteps fall against the dull, gray pavement with a series of dull, gray thuds. Everything's dull and gray in the rundown part of Kawasaki I call home. The high-rise buildings, which don't rise quite as high as those 20 minutes down the Tokaido line. The sidewalk, which is fringed by the curb and lined with street lamps. Even the sky, which looks grim and dark and downcast, is utterly miserable. I wonder if it's going to rain. I sure hope not. I should hurry. I passed the gate of a small playground, driven by the single-minded desire to get inside before the heavens unleash their load on my unsuspecting head when... Not here, it's not here either. Now what could that be? Where is it? Where did it go? I can't see the speaker, but their voice sounds I can't see the speaker, but their voice sounds breathly and high-pitched. Their frantic words are choked with tears, and it's obvious they're upset. If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say that voice belonged to a little kid. I mean, why else would they be in a playground? I wonder what happened. I opened the low metal gate which part with a creak. I can't speak. I opened the low metal gate which part with a creak and glanced around. The playground is fairly nondescript, much like everything else around these parts. I can see a few swings and slides, but they're rusty with age, just like the gate. It's all very typical, standard, uninteresting. Well, what else would be here? A portal to another dimension? This ain't the isekai, although it would be cool though. Tama. I mean, what? What? Sorry. There is, however, a young girl. The girl is crouched on the girl is crouched on the ground by the swings. Her hair is short and dark, and her eyes are filled with tears. I don't make a habit of talking to young kids, but something about her looked vaguely familiar. I wonder why. Mama told me not to go outside. I should have listened, but... She hiccups, her shoulders tremble. It looks like she's crying. Is there anything I can do to help? Excuse me? Oh! The little girl jumped at my introduction, timid though it is. She must have been talking so much that she didn't hear the gate creaking or my approaching footsteps. Sniffling frantically, is she trying to suck her snot back up to her nostrils? She lifts her head and wipes her red eyes with the back of her arm. Do I know you? Gee, I don't know, do you? The girl frowned. She looked confused. I guess I wasn't the nicest greedy in the world. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Is something wrong? Yeah, something bad happened. Bad? I crouched down beside the girl, bringing our face levels. Like what exactly? It's all my fault. You won't tell my mama, will you? That depends on what your problem is. Will you tell me what's wrong, please? I can't help you if I don't know. You'll help me? I'd like to if you let me. I'd like to if you let me. Well, the thing is, I kinda lost the key to my house. I'm responsible. No, I'm playing. Your key? I can't get back in without it. Where do you live exactly? Over there. The girl points at the nearby apartment complex. Ah, now I understand. That must be why this girl looks so familiar. She lives in the same building I do. I must have seen her in the passing before, but her face never registered in my mind. Well, I thought I'd forget her after all this. So, were you at home by yourself? That's right. Mama left to go to the store. She told me to stay inside, but she was gone for a long time. I got hungry, so I used the spare key and went to the convenience store. And then you dropped your key? You know when your mother will be back? The girl shakes her leg forlornly. How long has she been gone? I don't know. I think she left around 4. So it's been over an hour then. That really is a long time to leave such a little girl at home on her own. What about your dad? Don't have one. Damn, I could. I mean, excuse me. I don't have one. Oh, well. Talk about awkward. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? It's not your fault. Haha, I guess you're right. And how long have you been looking for your key? I don't know, forever. The little girl looks at me earnestly, her eyes wide in a manner that suggests it really might have been forever. But knowing how kids are, I decide to err on the side of caution. Translating from a child's parlance, forever equates to about 10 minutes, maybe less. I guess so. That does sound like a predicament. I'll tell you what, would you help? Would you like me to help you search for your key? You would? I can't promise I'll find it, but I'll do my best. We should be careful though, it looks like it's gonna rain soon. The worst voice acting in human history, but it's okay. Right, then we should start looking. Mama always says 2 heads are better than 1. The girl claps her hands together with newfound determination. Her eyes are still red and puffy, but at least she stopped crying. Do I deserve some kind of trophy? Her eyes are still red and puffy, but at least she stopped crying. Do I deserve some kind of trophy? Even though I just read that, but anyway. So, mister? Yes, what is it? I was wondering, what's your name? It's Mitsuki. Mitsuki. That's a pretty name. I'm glad you think so. At least this girl won't make a wisecrack about the actress Tanimura Mitsuki. Probably because she's never heard of her. And what's your name? I am Tama. It's nice to meet you. Tama, is it? I guess you have a pretty name too. Really? Sure, it's nice to meet you, Tama. It's nice to meet you too, Mitsuki. Hey. Tama tugs at my arm, her eyes large and imploring. Now I know your name and you know mine. Does that make us friends? Friends, huh? Tama's a bit too young to be my friend, but it's not like I have droves of people hammering at my door begging for my attention. Well, you ain't a famous celebrity. But anyways, depressing though it is, Tama's the first person I've met this week who seems interested in forming any kind of relationship with me. I guess at this point I should take whatever scraps of kindness I can get. Damn, you that down bad in the dumps? Damn. Guess we've all been there at one point in time. Like, not having friends or feeling sad, but... Anyways, let's get back to the game. Sure, I'll be your friend. Yay! Thanks, Mitsuki. Tama beams brightly, her woe over her missing key all but forgotten, and I return a smile without thinking. There's a lot of people around Tokyo. I see them crammed on the trains during my morning commute and striding through the streets as I weigh my weary way back home for some reason. Though they never look very happy. Well, life in Tokyo and in Japan is kind of sad. Like the fucking celebrity, not celebrity, fucking the slave companies and shit. There's enough happiness in this world. I'm glad that, if only for a few seconds, I was able to brighten this young girl's day. All it took was a few words. Man, I wish I was a kid again. Ugh, it's not here either. I straighten up, wiping my hand on my pants. Are you sure you dropped your key in the playground, Tama? That's right, at least I think I did. I don't know. One second I had it in the neck, and the next it was gone. And when was the last time you saw your key? Tama's brow creases. She shifts from foot to foot, her little fingers clench at her front. Is she trying to remember through her sheer force of will? I guess that's kind of admirable in a way. But I don't want her to overexert herself. I don't know. I don't know when I last had it. I locked the front door like Mama taught me, and I put my key in my pocket, but then, I don't know anything else. I see. If Tama does remember the last time she saw her key, there's a chance she might have dropped it in the playground after all. It could have fallen out of a hole in the pocket when she walked up to the convenience store, or while she went examining the cute and colorful snacks lined up on the shelves inside. We've been searching the playground, leaving no pebble unturned for the last half hour or so, but we haven't made any progress. Tama's key continues to elude us, no matter how hard we search. My knees and palms are dirty from kneeling on the ground, and the sky looks grayer and steelier than ever before. It's a blatantly unwelcoming sky, thick with heavy clouds, which says in no uncertain terms, leave, guided. A cold wind runs through the small playground. The rusted swing set creaks ominously, and the roundabout turns a few degrees with the dull screech of a medieval torture instrument. I shiver and adjust the strap of my messenger bag over my shoulder. This isn't looking so good. Oh no. Am I ever gonna find my key, Mitsuki? Am I gonna be stuck in this playground forever? What if my mama never comes home? I don't want to stay outside in the playground all night. It's cold here and I'm scared. I want to go home. I miss my mama. Tears trickle from Tama's matted eyelashes, but trinkle is perhaps too delicate of a word to describe this full-blown fit. Yo, I can't read today. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. Her face is turning red, and round tears the size of 100 yen coins drop down her cheeks. Hey, Tama? I look at the sobbing girl, her tiny body hunched in on itself with trepidation. I want to comfort her, but I don't know what to do. We're still virtual strangers, and I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. I shiver. Overhead, the sky darkens. The clouds look thicker than ever. Any second now is going to. Looks like it started to rain. Thomas nibbles and wraps her arm around her middle. It's cold. My clothes are gonna get wet. I don't like the rain. I don't think anybody likes the rain, unless you're like a tree. I like the rain. What's the problem with it? Or maybe a lazy... Wow! Damn. I am lazy though, but anyways. Or maybe a lazy, apathetic teenager who really doesn't want to take part in her school annual sports festival. I've been there myself. I used to pray for the rain before the big sports event. Every year, it was kind of like a tradition. Well, I lived in the countryside during my formative years. I've never been big on athletics. It might have been cut to my build or maybe my constitution. Speaking of which, if I leave Tama in the rain for too long, her constitution is going to take a severe battering. She's only a little kid, and kids catch cold more easily than adults. I don't want her getting sick. It'll probably keep raining for a while. I guess we're gonna have to stop looking for your key. We can't keep it up in this weather. Does that mean you're gonna leave me out here? I thought we were friends. Of course I'm not gonna abandon you, silly. I'm not that heartless. Why don't you come and wait in my apartment for a bit? You can stay with me until the rain lets up, or until your mother comes back. What do you think? Is that really okay? Of course it's okay. It's totally fine. What about it? Do you want to come with? If it's alright then, I'll like that. My mama told me not to go running off for strangers, but you're not a stranger. You're my friend. Thank you, Mitsuki. Thank you, Mitsuki. Hey, Mitsuki, you're hurting me. I know that. And why don't you be more careful, you big dummy? I recall the words my mother told me once years ago when I was Tama's age and I was screaming in her lap, just as much as Tama is in mine. It's supposed to hurt. My 6-year-old self was angry at my mother for issuing such a matter-of-fact response, and it looks like Tama's no different. Tama was crying in the park only 10 minutes ago, lamented her sad fate, but she's recovered considerably after her escape from the elements. Now thoroughly re-energized, Tama squirmed and kicks and very nearly bashes my nose with her flailing elbow. Ah, kids, bro. Why do you want to hurt me? You're mean. I thought we were friends. It's because we're friends that I'm fussing over you like this. Good gracious. Now, hold still. I'll never be able to clean you up like this. Well, I don't want to be clean. I like being dirty. The most child response ever. I don't want to be clean. Type shit. Well, too bad. We can't always have what we want in life. Facts. You should be old enough to know that by now. I mean, it's kind of a factual statement. Look at the CG. Look at the CG. It's amazing. I scrub out Tama's hair with a plain white towel fished from the bathroom. Tama's hair isn't all that wet. Tama's hair isn't all that wet. We weren't foolish enough to linger outside in the rain for too long. But I don't want to take any chances. My apartment isn't new per se. I bet this old ramshackle building is even more aged than I am. But it's new to me, and I don't want to get water all over the tatami floor. Not that it would matter that much, I guess. The tatami is already stained in this color from the previous inhabitants, so are the walls and the ceiling. Mitsuki! Since I don't have a couch, I just sit Tama down on my lap. Her behind is bonier than I imagined, and isn't a very comfortable burden to bear. She isn't heavy, which is a plus, but she keeps wriggling like a fish, which makes it hard to keep a hold on her. You're a bully! That's right. Don't agree with me, but it's true. You're the worst. I know, I'll prove it too. I attack Tama's head with more intensity than ever. I massage her scalp with a white towel, while she streaks and kicks her feet and tries to squirm her way off my lap. I forgot to say, this is a pretty uncomfortable arrangement. Man, I wish I had a couch. This apartment came more or less unfurnished, and I haven't gotten around to decorating it just yet. I did buy a cheap box TV from a nearby pawn shop, but that's more because I felt sorry for the elderly store owner than because I actually wanted it. It's not a good TV. What can you expect for 2,000 yen? $20? I think it's the job done. But it gets the job done. Yeah, I guess. But it stops me feeling too lonely in the evenings. Excluding the TV, however, this room is more or less empty. There are no couches, no bookshelves, no pictures on the wall. I should probably spruce this place up. But what's the point? It's not like I get any visitors. Other than Tama, of course. Why are you being so mean? I don't want you catching a cold or roaming around my room like a damn dog with dripping water everywhere. But I like dogs. I like dogs too. But what does that have to do with anything? You're the one who brought them up. It was just a simile. Simile. A simile is when you liken something to something. I look at the top of Tama's slouched head, her choppy hair sticking up in all directions like a bird's nest inside. How it'd be like with my bedhead. You know what? Never mind. There's no point in lecturing Tama about the finer points of linguistics. I'm not her teacher. Now, can't you try and behave yourself if you just sat patiently like a nice girl? It doesn't have to take so long. Well, you're pulling on my hair! Well, sorry, princess. I'm not used to looking after little girls. Pause. In case you haven't noticed, my hair is shorter than yours. You're even meaner than Mama. She pulls my hair a lot when she brushes it, but you're 10 billion times worse. I haven't had any practice. Then you should put your hands on my head. I'm not doing this because I want to. I'm doing it to keep you dry. And my apartment, too. It's not like it even matters. Your apartment is ugly anyway. Oh, is it? It is it? Yep. My left eye twitches. Tama only speaking the truth. Though harsh it is. Harsh though it is, little kids are like that. They haven't learned about flattery, so they say whatever's on their mind, no matter how biting. I shouldn't be annoyed at her either, but this is my home she's talking smack about. I shouldn't be annoyed at her, but this is my home she's talking smack about. It's a nice home, I'll admit it, but it's my home all the same. And what's your apartment like, huh? I can imagine it's much different to mine. It is different. Our apartment is small, but Mama made it look pretty. There are pictures on the wall, shelves, and a lot of cats. Cats? I thought our landlord didn't allow pets. I have my calendar on the wall with cat photos, and Mama lets me turn each page at the start of every month. I see. Well, your apartment does sound a lot nicer than mine. Huh, you see? But that doesn't mean I'm going to let you mess my place up. Now stop being a brat. This will be over before you know it. Wah, Mishki, I thought you were my friend! Tama's uncooperative wails filled the room. I'm a little worried about the neighbors will overhear and file some kind of complaint. I don't want my neighbors to hate me. I guess I better finish drying Tama's hair pronto. Her hair's pretty short, but it's quite thick. My hair be like. And it takes quite a while to clean. To make matters worse, she absolutely refuses to sit still. Hope I can finish this chore soon, for both our sakes. I'm not sure which of us is going to snap first. Hey, Tama. Hey, Tama. Are you still mad at me? Tama turned her back to me, eyes narrowed. The little brat is busy staring at my small box of TV, which I turned on to stop her whining. Her yipper yapping. I thought it was a pretty ingenious plan. It might have been a little too effective. Tama's so glued to the food she hasn't glanced at me, let alone spoken to me for the last 5 minutes. Let me tell you something. This is what Gen Z is like in a nutshell. Everybody on their phones, not having no more human interaction. That TV show, whatever it is, must be really engrossing. Either that or she hates me so much she can't stand to be in the same room as me. So much for being friends. Tama, what are you watching? Tama snorts again, but she doesn't reply. Well, it's not like I care. I was just trying to be nice. At least Tama's hair is dry now. Albeit a bit messy. Unfortunately, her clothes are still kind of damp. Her shirt clings to her, and the knees of her denim pants are all muddy. Damn, I can't speak at all today. I could have run a bath for the little man and put her dirty clothes in the washing machine, but drying her hair was enough of a chore. She'll never deign to wear one of my old shirts now, especially as she seems to regard me as her mortal enemy. Friendship can be such a fickle thing. Tama, are you sure you don't want to talk? Tama doesn't reply, not a word. At least instead she turns her head and sticks out her tongue. Jeez. Hope I wasn't this annoying when I was young. No response. Hey, you should be grateful, you know. I'm trying to look out for you. This at least is enough to unstick Tama's tongue. She faces me smirking wickedly, and says, I think you're the one who needs somebody to look out for you. What was that? Your room is so small and dirty, it's gross, and so are you. I thought you were nice, but you're a rotten blue just like Keiichi. I don't know who Keiichi is, but I know enough to realize this isn't a compliment. Oh, cut it out. I did you a favor. The least you can do is thank me. Thanks, you're so nice to me, Ski. But I'm always carefully fat without any inflection at all. It's clear she doesn't mean it. Why, you little... I grit my teeth together. I need to keep my cool. Maybe Tom was acting up because she's worried about her mother. To be honest, I'm starting to worry about her mother too. Where is she? Think your mother will be back soon, Tama? Don't know. Do you have anyone to contact her? Nope. Does your mother go out without you quite often? Sometimes. Well then, I guess we might be waiting for a while. Maybe. Just what kind of person is Tama's mother anyway? What possessed her to abandon her young daughter? Judging by Tama's response, it doesn't seem to be a one-off. It must happen on a semi-regular basis. Tama might be a brat, but arguing with her won't get me anywhere. It'll just make the pair of us unhappy. The situation is depressing enough as is. But with all the rain falling outside the window. Maybe I should do something to cheer us up. Hey Tama, I was wondering. You're not hungry, are you? Tama tries to feign indifference with her mortal enemies after all. But her intrigue is blatantly obvious. How cute. Kawaii-ness. I might be a little bit hungry. Maybe. So, that's a yes? Yeah. I waited for Mama to come home and make dinner, but she never did. I only bought some bread at the convenience store. I didn't want to ruin my appetite. Mama spent a lot of time cooking, so I try to eat the food she makes, but I don't really like green peppers. Bro, green peppers are so good, bro. What you mean? So good. Tama whispered the phrase, green peppers, as though it's some kind of voodoo curse. Do you eat green peppers your mama makes, Tama? Sometimes. Green peppers are gross, but Mama says they're good for me, so I try. Green peppers are not gross, bro. They're amazing. I don't know what you mean. It doesn't always work, though. maybe that's why Mama had to come back home. It's because I spread out my green peppers and hide them when she isn't looking. She must know I've been a bad girl. This might be a punishment. That's a little. Imagine not eating green peppers and your mom literally just leaves you in the house. That's a pretty harsh punishment for something so like simple. Hey, don't be silly, Tama. I'm silly? Yeah, you're not a bad girl. There's no way. Oh, she was being quite badly behaved when I dried her hair, but I might be particularly to blame for that. I should have been gentler. Spitting your food out is quite naughty, but I can't understand your feeling. I don't like green peppers much either. You don't? Nah, they're so bitter. My mom told me I'll learn to like them when I became an adult, but I am an adult now. In the legal sense, that is. And I still can't stand them. My mama's the same. She says all adults eat green peppers without complaining. Well, I don't. I see, so my mama was lying? I don't think she was lying, she was just. Does that mean you're not a real adult, Mitsuki? I do wonder about that sometimes. For an adult, you're not very tall. I get that a lot. So how about the food? I can make you something you like. I might not look like it, but I'm a pretty decent cook. I don't know. Mama told me she wouldn't be out too long. I always eat dinner with her. I know that, but your mama isn't back yet, is she? After joining her, I asked a resistant Tama to take me to her own apartment to let her off, and though I knocked on the door, I didn't receive any reply. In the end, I saw a note beneath the door with my apartment number written on it. My reasoning was, let's be bothered. When Tama's mother returns, she'll be able to find her daughter again with ease. I still haven't seen any sign of her though. I wonder what's going on. I guess you're right. Mama goes out on her own sometime, but she usually comes back after a few minutes. Tama glances at the clock hanging on my wall. It's past 7 already and the sun outside is starting to set. I'm worried about her. Oh, the poor thing. As the adult here, I need to try and cheer her up. It's my job, my duty, my responsibility. Maybe this will take her mind off her mother and nothing else. Alright. I roll my sleeve to get to my feet. I'm going to start making dinner. Huh? You're really gonna start cook? You're really gonna cook for me? That's right, I whip up something delicious, and there won't be any green peppers in it either, I promise. I don't know. I should wait for Mama to come back, but, well, I could try your food, Mitsuki, if it isn't too icky. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. Guess I have to do my very best. Now, what do you think about a nice, warm plate of omelet rice? Omelet rice? Do you like omelet rice, Tama? It's one of my favorites. Ha, I knew it. What little kid doesn't love omelet rice? I think I've hit onto a winning idea. I just hope Tama's mother comes back, so there's only so much I can do to keep Tama entertained. Omelet rice won't be enough to fix all our problems. Where is Tama's mother anyway? By the time I finish making Tama's food, the sun has. What the fuck did I just say? But by the time I finish making Tama's food, the sun has set and the stars have come out to play. I flick on the light and then I take a seat by Tama's side at the low table in my living/dining room. So, I set the plate of omelet rice on the table before my young guest. I only made one portion, but I'm starting to regret it. The omelet rice looks pretty good if I do say so myself. The omelet rice is the even yellow color, a little like the pudding you might buy at a convenience store, but less artificial. The smooth, unbroken omelet is topped with ketchup and filled with rice. The rice itself was fried in a wok and is filled with chopped up bits of sausage, carrot, and peas. Ooh! Not gonna lie, I will eat this. Not gonna lie. I had some chicken in there. I ain't gonna lie. True to my words, there's not a single green pepper in sight, whole or diced. The meal was rather simple to make, and I slapped it together with the few ingredients still in my fridge. Yes, bro. I'm making my stream.
Alright, I was saying, I got my controller back.
Nice. Do you have Black Ops 3 downloaded by any chance or no?
I think I still do.
Check it.
Let me see.
Check it so we can play it
I'm gonna
after.
check. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check.
Okay.
Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3. No, I haven't downloaded that though.
If you want.
Oh, tell me why when I was at but wait, should I get the zombies or the multiplayer first? It said which do you want to play first?
Multiplayer. Alright, I'm gonna go end my stream now.
You want to end your stream?
Alright guys, this is the end of the video. I'll catch you all in the next part. Peace.